Okay, everyone, good morning. Please do enjoy, and we will go into prayer for our lineage prayer, Bhajataraya. Please visualize front of your Root Guru Bhajataraya Tanguru Mache, front of you, and then devotion, faith. Doje Janje Delo Narodang Marwa Mela Juje Gamboba Duzo Jeja Jengar Maba Jeje Jonje Jubade Enanda De da da zo ba den ro ba zo lam jo jo je la ngai be nya me ro gon dam ro ga je la so wa de zo Lama nam Yubanjana Anjelo Jelo Gom Jingam Warzombai Benagwela Jajem Badang Zende da jobe gom jala nyego jamba meba jinjelo mago gom nyego zomba Lama Yodo Zoandeve Gomjela Weme Mogaye Ajinjelo Yeme Gomjedamje Azombaji Sharando Bingo Mande Majo de Garajobe Om Jala Om Jalo Dandavara Jinjilo Nam Dong Jugo Zombashin Jaya Mayan Jaya Jawala Mangaro Jarabe Gom Jala Gorde Yereme Tobara Jinjelo Yewa Gondo Yanda Alamada Dame Jenyambo Alon Jing Sadai Lanye Yande Rajon Loroje Jangi Anyuro Ome Jijinge Bodane, Dozon Sanje Kunje Ngoni, Rasan Chuku Nguzun Dunzib, Tawe Lame Shala Guijada. Nada Zimje Namje Lochuzo, Drovara Jinje Labdozo, Lamdrova Zevara Jinje Labdozo. Chuwa Yishi Zo Javara Jinje Labdozo, Dada Zimje Namje Lochuzo, Drovara Jinje Labdozo. Lamdruva Zavara Jinje Labdozo, Druva Yishi Sharvara Jinje Labdozo, Dada Zimje Namje Lochuzo, Drovara Jinje Labdozo. Lamdruva Zavara Jinje Labdozo. Dini namba tsamalo ngatu gichala tsamdi ngatu tele shuya dang chapchik tu dini tatawang nganju kunzu pe changju samdang tuandang changju samkorla dini ngaranju kante kumkoya ndanjugi kapla shuya tsares tatiringi kapsu babala sumba kenge changju tacha kunzu changju da tuandang changju sem 곰당기 콜라 아니 칼라칸잠 하고 차뒤 삼발라 아니양 디카블라야 되니 잔주셈바 고메칼라 킹엠바 중위카블라 킹엠바데 아니 장주람라 간데제네 귤고레스 디 감는데 마슈인스.
Good morning, everyone. We have already covered in the text the points on the meditation, training in bodhicitta, both relative bodhicitta and ultimate bodhicitta. Today we have come to the third point of mind training, which is bringing adverse conditions onto the path. So this is taught from the perspective of both relative and ultimate bodhicitta. We need to learn how to train in meditation when adverse conditions arise and how to bring them to the path.
Teni kingin chanju lamdo gyuru kabla teni ta lojon tundu migi tsikchik nala sabche nala karisung yozana nuju tikpa kangwitse kingin chanju lamdo gyurus lelen tamje chigita kunla katin chewar koms chunna kushi kombayi tongni sungwa lana mes jowa shinden tabyejo chala kangdu komdu charasane sungyores.
The text for this third point reads, when the world is filled with wrong, transform all misfortune into the path of enlightenment. All blame comes down to one thing. Be grateful to everyone. Regarding deluded appearances as the four kayas is the supreme protection of emptiness. The four practices are the best method. Whatever you suddenly encounter, join it with meditation.
Teni ta tangbo ngaranzo kenge lamdu lamker kalchewade kenge mbade lamker sene kongogores. Chidangi ngaranzo teni kachandrauji na ngaranzogi Lama chigi misa kangsang teni karese kenge mba parche mba pe tunga ngala teni je lungsung. Teni kenge mba den galchewa lama tunga su chungsung laure. Di ta ngala su changchu lamla gyur matom na teni ki chorwa dhawdi legires.
So first of all, we need to have a method to bring adverse conditions to the path, and this is very important. The other night, there was someone who was talking about their life and all the suffering and difficulties and obstacles they had experienced. And this illustrates that when negative or adverse circumstances occur in our lives, we need a way to bring them to the path, or else we will have this feeling that was expressed of suffering and misfortune in our lives.
Teni ngaranzu kengenba yonde zambala, ani sosola inayang, dunge mambo nyung, ne nat kange mambo, parche mambo, nene kuntudu, nene yongu yores. Te yongwi tabla, ani ngaranzu shendoya matup, tende chene dunga ki, nane tende mambo yores. Te yonde zambala, te ngaranzu tambi chodang, tumbache ane gyurtuba de pe mise kalchembores rangshingi shindu kalchembore kares ne kengemba de lamgi kengemba jombi kapla ane ngaranzugi chödang tumbache cheduna ene ngaranzu kengemba de drogdawula chadoga de kengen lamkeres drogdawula chadogores.
Negative circumstances do occur for us. We have different kinds of suffering, we experience illness, and various kinds of obstacles. These things will happen, and at that time, we are not able to benefit others. And so we need to have a method for dealing with adversity that is in accord with the Dharma, and this will be naturally helpful. If we can bring our adversity to the path, then whatever happens to us really turns into like a friend or a companion in support of our path.
Teni tani kongdu shiwa ki teni subject kyorwe nani tsikang nyi de nani tambo ki tsikang nyi nani nechu tikpi kangwe se kengen chanju lamdo kyoruru sene sungu yore sa tan nyo chu ki tikpa kari yongu yoba na kengen bada chanju semgi lamla kyorsu su tsikche nyi de tende chen sungu yore chitang ngaranzu la teni kengen ba tsochewa de kati yongu yore sa na ngaranzu chwe nyamlen 제비캅라 용식이레스 킹엠바 대 중비캅줄라 공도 시원한 신기 킹엠비 왕도 마셔월 아니 장주기 람도 아니 규르거와데 그래도 네 탑람데레스
The text reads, when the world is filled with wrong, transform all misfortune into the path of enlightenment. So this is what we need to do. When we, sometimes our greatest suffering can actually come in the context of our practice. And so rather than allowing it to pull us away from the path, we need to bring it to the path. And so this is the skillful method of this teaching.
Teni nöchu tikpa kangwe se songwade ane chunöki tan nöchu se da chunöki jikten yang yakpo meba kenge ma mangbo dende yore chunöki jikten kangla da ngarazon pe yakpo meba kenge ma mangbo yore teni nang kenge chunöki tende yakpo meba nanshingi nangchuki semje yang tikpiki kakane kenge ma mangbo chungna yang king 장주기 장주생들 함라 교그 거신 네 교리기 탑된 거라도 템바레스.
So when the world is filled with wrong, so all kinds of negative things can happen within the world and also, or to the world, and also to the inhabitants within the world through our wrongdoing. And so what we need to do is turn this into the path.
다디 가르에서나 아니 ngaranzu기 군조 잔주라 셈테네 킹엔 람라 케줄레스 다 군조기 잔주기 셈데 킹엔 랍도 셈베캅라 람상 ngaranzu 군조 셈 군조 잔주기 셈데 곰 마톰나 가르에서나 땅 ngaranzu 쪼 데데니 ngaranzu 참말로 다 진진데 배 슉쳔보요레스 다 전전의 인지민지 다 ngaran 좀 dorko gores 다 chenjende meba soko gores and 다 chenjende meba da lamsang sotu mares 다 가장니 말라 camdoni mala teni ngaran loto namba chini mala teni 대가나 셈네 답탑구기 mala teni tonglen mipa 대가 장은 된담 창조성 혼연데 뭐 림베 신도 아니 당보 찍대 야보 창 되니 된도 고아야 보돈 림베 신의 곰나 에는 안 누구네 다 전진데 빵네 아니 현재 어른 받아 야보지 정도 그래
So we carry negativities to the path through both ultimate and relative bodhicitta. If we can immediately, we can't immediately meditate on, and do this on the basis of relative bodhicitta. We need to work on eliminating our self-cherishing. So we begin, as we saw, with taking refuge, contemplating the ordinary preliminaries, the four thoughts that turn the mind to the Dharma. We practice Tonglen, sending and taking, and then we gradually learn the meaning of this and cultivate the idea of transforming misfortune into the path of enlightenment, and we become able to give up our self-cherishing and increase our cherishing of others.
teni tsawa ten lelen tamji chikdun da chikla da sasung ta tsawa lelen semde chikdu da sede kang gare seyoresana chidangi ngarangso kingemba parche sosola mandopa teni sosola ndoba meba lula naza yeba semla tunga midopa yoba teni tende da mandaji yore sansoso 민세디 날 소소는 도밤메바 소소기 직 도밤메바 된다 담아다지 요레스 티 카르레선 치당게 나라도디 코르위게 챙이레스.
So the next line reads, all blame comes down to one thing. So in general, we experience all kinds of unwanted, undesirable things in life. Bad circumstances occur for us, obstacles happen, we have illness, physical illness, emotional turmoil, many types of unwanted circumstances. And this is really because it is actually the defining characteristic of samsara.
따디기 민도파게 남바게 인den조 카르레서 나가란조 로종 마공기 값을라 디디 딱 코르비 챙이된데 요레스 땅가란줄라 테니 코르 로종 냠는 제바다오잖아 알라 노반디 제송 테니 알라 데리팅마송 아니 알라 코기 케제 마테반데 셰송 코기 믹타당 야보타기 민도 아니 코기 알라 데데데 제송 스릉게마게 되니 제샤 요망보 지테네 소소 셈라 페마세젠데 된주데 테네 테네 디 템발 테네 테네 가란조 뇨몽 차당 된주 몽솜데 베 뭐뭐 쳔보차는 펠드오레스 디 펠발라 테네 테네 가란고 셈데 기본메바 대원메바 이모 소소소 기본메바 뇨몽 차솜 펠네 데데 용고레스.
Before we have an understanding that this is samsara's nature, we relate to our unwanted suffering as things that we take things personally. We think that, oh, this happened to me, this is not good, this person looked at me the wrong way or did something bad to me. And we fall under the power of our afflictions and anger. And we kind of give ourselves over to this, and our anger simply increases further and further, and this causes us further unhappiness in our minds and further kleshas.
이나양 다 디기 셈로든지 참마 나란도 삼로데 딘디 요베기 나란도 디데 롭정냐면 제외가로 디데 빵고고레스.
So this is a way of thinking that we need to give up, and we can give up through the practice of mind training.
데니 디 나란도 동al 탐제데 딘디 용하게 동al 탐제 가원이 용거를 짜와데 가원이 용거는 양다 진진 숙침보 요할 때네 다 진진 요발 때네 용거 요레스.
The source of all our suffering actually comes down to strong self-cherishing.
데니 단다 디기 짜와나 레렌 탐제 직도 다 생각데 가르에서는 너베 킹에 결혼을 해서 가르에서 다 진진 미기 키요 말서 늘 좀 킹에 결혼을 키야 받아 하고 그래서.
So all blame comes down to one thing. This means that really the person who is harming you is you yourself and not anyone else.
데이터 결혼 임바데 딱 진진 코나 라테네 아니 중발에.
Everything that all your suffering has come about through your own self-cherishing.
딘데 인데 담발라 다 진진데 다 채워 짐바데 임바 하고네. 데니 다 진진데 마방나 나랑서 코로와니 탑투야요 말레스 코로베 탐제 딱든지 말 때네 중과에서 코로와세 딱 진진을 때네 코로라 되네 나랑서 동안 담아는 데를 용거레스.
We need to understand that we have this self-cherishing, and that unless we give it up, there is no way that we will be liberated from samsara. Self-cherishing is what keeps us in samsara and continuing to experience all manner of suffering.
데니 다 진진 첨보 요발라 때네 데니 깝깝라 당하란서 다 진진 요발라 때네 코로와라 아니 남가 당하란서 춘중나라 송여로 남가 가르캡 코로와캡 코로와 가르캡 셈젠캡 셈젠 상마 라데니 동알기 캡 요레스 송여레스 남가 가르캡 셈젠캡 셈젠 갑캡 동알캡 남가 간저 요바데 삼불링 셈젠 요레스 셈젠 간저 요바데 동안 요레스 송거레스.
So it, as it is quoted in the way of the Bodhisattva, just as the sky embraces all the world, all sentient beings are pervaded by suffering.
데니 딘주 차당 동알데 가와젠 저거잖아 또더 닥전진 숙천보 요발라 데니 안에 동알데 중고요레스.
So really all our suffering comes from our strong self-cherishing.
데니 다 닥전진데 가르치는 용고요레스나 닥전진데 마셰바 마릭바 뇽몽바 체다는다 마셰바 마릭바 왕기 하는 안한서 다 진진데 용고요레스.
And so where does this self-cherishing come from? It comes from ignorance, from not knowing.
데니 다 진진 마셰바 마리게 왕가 깝깝라 나란주 가리용거레스나 아니 나란주 깝깝들 셰당 빼 첨보지 용거레스. 아니 셰당 첨보 용war라 때네 되는 나란주 동안 중거레스. 깝깔라 나르켈 첨보지 계거레스. 나르켈 첨보지 제네 되는 나란주라 양 나란주 기본면 바차거레스. 양 깝깝라 나란주 되니 차도 첨보지 계거레. 차도 첨보 계버라 되네 나란주라 아니 그 동에 주어서 뺀낭 신기 다디 셰당 나르켈 차도 차담 나란선 덴셈 되는 용war라 때네 되는 나란주라 엔 동안 다 만로 된지네 손에 나란저 소소소 기본에 ಬಂದರೆ 뭐지 중국어레스.
And through this ignorance and self-cherishing, we experience the affliction. Sometimes we have extremely strong anger, and this causes us suffering. Sometimes we experience pride, and this will also make us unhappy. Sometimes we feel strong envy and competitiveness, and this also creates suffering. So all these afflictions give rise to all manner of suffering and unhappiness.
Teni di nangshin ki kapla ane tunga ki tsawa de kangla tuyo se na nekap ki tunga de tsawa la kangla tuyo se na yang tuksa de ta chenjin la tungde tuyo res pena trawo chi ki nyoba pena ngaranzo trachi ki ngaranzo la nyoba kya so ne tangbo ni ngarangi ta chenjin de masong na trawo de ngarang la nyoba kya ki tuanda yo ma res 대체나 담모 나랑에 트라델라 셈 마바바다 셈나 녀바식 제아요 마레스 디 가르치는 제거로서 다 전전데 빵요나 바로 녀바 나랑서 제식이 마레스 다 전전 마빵바 중네 셴발랑 알아서 자오델라 셈 마바바 이 마다와 나랑 소벌라 테네 하는 나랑서 야 제일 동에 중거레스
So, for example, as an example of this, so for example, of if a monk is hurt by someone, they don't return that in kind. So if we give up our self-cherishing, then there is really no wish, no need to hurt others at all. And this comes with the understanding that if we hurt others, we will actually cause further suffering for ourselves.
지당게 타와마라 저 타war랍서 가면 지당게다 미수이낭래 다 전전 장말래 여러분
Lasso. And this is also true of everyone.
Because everybody has self-cherishing. Now, yesterday we were talking about we have to change our mind. It start to tomorrow, maybe change to not self-cherishing. We have to other cherishing. Because all kinds of we have a lot of suffering, Because of we are too much self-cherishing. You have self-cherishing, we just talk about you have anger, jealous, ignorance coming like that. Example one, anger. Then you have anger. Then today you have some anger inside, kind of so much fire, too much anger. You didn't control your anger, tomorrow you go to boil. Then even you didn't boil, you inside too much anger, you so tired, you lose emotion, you make a lot of unhappy. Then tomorrow more anger, then you fight with other people, fight with someone, and more anger. This anger destroying your emotion, destroy you, you make suffering. Because you don't know self-cherishing, you just change to other cherishing. Even this change to other cherishing, nice to other people. We talked about yesterday, and nice to other people. Even to those people didn't see well action, didn't know smell. Even sometimes we walk outside on the way, maybe sometimes people lose everything, good morning, just you say like that, people answer, oh, good morning. People say, wake up like that. But kind of this self-cherishing, other-cherishing for this. Otherwise, anger, desire, ignorance, we call Buddhists is three poison. Three poison. And you have, I have three poison. Maybe some of you already visit our monastery in Nepal, in there some monastery. Beginning of the big gate, door in the monastery, right side and left side, they have some 6 rams and thanga or draw in the picture in there. Any of the middle, they want one snake, one pig, one and both. The three things join in the together. This symbolizes what is mean. Because this is anger is like snake. Actually, snakes look like beautiful, I think, but I don't know. In Canada, snake is not, but even back to us, no poison. They told me I never bought a Nepal, India snake very dangerous. If you back that, no treatment, you really become die. But I don't know, there's a Canadian snake, no poison. I don't know, I never bought. But snakes look so beautiful, different color, but he has too much anger, That's why snakes become bad. The bug, the poison, exactly same. Our anger is same like very bad thing symbolized in the snake. And then one of similar pig there. Pig doesn't want to meditation, doesn't want to study, doesn't want just sleeping, eating, just doing like in the pig, ignorance. The one who's both, you are too much attached, too much just in the equal, just one, then just fly. He want everything. Catch. These things, many lifetimes, three poison with you. But the three things, many lifetimes you are boss. Now you try to, the three you change what? This is a poison, this is your what is called, you have to fight with these three poison. And self-cherishing, change, other-cherishing, this become coming from these things. Okay? Teni ta chinchen shukchenpo yobala tene, teni ngaranzo kongro, ngargyal, shedang, mangbocho yoyade, gyutsowo te kawal toko yorasana, ngaranzo ma sheba, marikpa, wangi, dine yungu yores. Himbayna tsamtsamna ngaranzo tsikdang, teni chö nyende du kala hagodo, ina ngaranzo duikyundu, tenshie te mebala tene ngaranzo tempa che dodo de. Ti tempa che sona ngaranzo digimindo karasana, ngaranzo yangsa tenshie payo chen dendele yinisana, tenshie dana ane ngaranzo ta changchu lamla, gyurtuwa ta chenchinde pang, shenche warchende yongagi ane changchu lamdo gyurtuwa dos.
Because of our strong self-cherishing, anger and desire and all the kleshas can arise, and these come from our ignorance, from not knowing. We do know from our Dharma study about this and how it works, but because we don't always have mindfulness and awareness of what's going on our minds, sometimes we forget. So we need to train with mindfulness and awareness and the path and give up our self-cherishing.
Teni ta chenjinde pangne shenche warjambade penyunda nyamsulene 랑자데 땡겨요레스. 자와 낭라 가리소는 꿀라 같은 채월 송 꿀라 같은 채월 곰세는 공공을 차장 알아도 같은 첨부인스 공공거래스.
So we need to give up our self-cherishing and increase our cherishing of others. And for the second half of this, increasing cherishing of others, the text reads, "Be grateful to everyone." So we need to be grateful to everyone, to think of everyone as being very kind to us.
Teni ngaranzo yang kaptu la kun la katin chewar kom sende teni shen la chewar zimbagi komdu chala lamsang tsikambo kun la katin chewar kom se nere komna le lao je yo mares kande res na pena cha cha pa ina kun la katin di ngaranzo di chuzo jigi na saja de lamsang ngaranzo go wadang de chuzo yo mares di kangbadela lo mangbo mi mangbo chi kale kya bores mi mangbo chi lega chi kale kya mangbo mi mangbo kale kya wala tene en ngaranzu de la tene danda chu chesa yoba nyamlen chia yoba de kare mi mangbo semje mangbo chi da pena ter shimendi re chu ti chalok songare lok songare sapa songare kale kya ngar mangbo chi semje mangbo chi kale kya bores pena khala jindaweena khala de ngaran rachin sacho chomendu singa tabugudu ma chulu gogudu lu kyagogudu mangbo chigodu andina singi semne chama la katen chembo yimbade ngaran zo nin une komna antere ngaran zo shin ta chenje de pan shin chevar jimbade ente semjen thama katen chembo yimbade ngaran zo ke komdu budus.
So we meditate on everyone as being very kind. And this is not easy right away. We really need to think about this. We need to take for an example, here we are practicing in this Dharma center. But this didn't happen just all at once, spontaneously. It was due to the effort of many people over many years. The building had to be built, and there are all the resources and facilities that go into creating a Dharma center had to be created. And so we can think about this. We can think about it from the standpoint of the food that we eat, that something was planted by a farmer and watered and cared for and then harvested and so on. And all the people who have gone into the creation of everything that we use. Everything really is like this. So everything comes to us through the kindness of others. We need to think about this, and when we do, then we can meditate and actually practice this.
Teni da sumba de töntam changju semla tene kengen lamdo kechulni namla zawala tulnang kushi kombayi tongni sumba lana mes sunguyores.
So those last two lines concerned relative bodhicitta, and the next concerns ultimate bodhicitta. Regarding deluded appearances as the four kayas is the supreme protection of emptiness.
Teni chitangi ngaranzo, teni kunzopke nawala, teni chuwa namanazo ngaranzo shargiyores.
So generally, we experience in the relative world the all kinds of appearances that arise for us, for our minds.
Teni ta ngune ki dele shaki yue jang ngune ki tondam ki wang tondamba ki wang do che ngwe ton ki wang do che na sene ngana do kushi yores kushi wo de choku 롱구 trugu ngoju kushi namba de ngarandu yores.
They arise in the relative terms, but in their ultimate nature, they are the four kayas, the Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya, Svabhavikakaya.
Deyang tangbo ngaranzu chugu shengande kande yores na ngaranzu yetama ngamani ngaranzu lang chugu yore, shu yores, ngaranzu kyula chugu sengande yu shu yores. 추구 슈유비 균전니 데넷 가장 알아줘 로종 칭이 비갈 최난 단지 밀람 타오레 마케리 위힐라체 세반나 생기네 알아줘 예도만이 알아줘 추구데 슈유 바레스
So the Dharmakaya, from beginningless time, the Dharmakaya is the nature of our mind stream. So this is referred to in the first two lines of the text in the Ultimate Bodhicitta section. Regard all phenomena as dreams and examine the nature of unborn awareness. These refer to the Dharmakaya, which is primordially within us.
데니 슈 ngo이나롱 난기 세미나롱 군조부 추나 밀람 타오레 교마 타오레 에서 요 도만에 두바당 ngo 동반이레스
So whether we're talking about the inner mind or outer phenomena, that everything is like a dream and like an illusion and empty in its essence.
데니 딘딘데 잠발라 시와 ngaranzo 쩌바 개발전라 때네 엔 킹잉게 람도 개출데 송요레스
Shibalaso. So the fourth section here is how to bring difficulties onto the path through special conduct.
데니 따디가데 시와데 아니 킹잉 람기 출라 간데 용거레서나 지당게 킹잉바 두보 타오당 동안여바당 파르체키 남바 카파블랑가라조 기보 두보 망보 용거요레스 양 카프카블라 킹잉바 셰바데 남바 타오 기비 남바 나보 이두마위 남바 망보 용시게레스
So bad things happen to us in all kinds of ways. We can have, or negative circumstances can arise in all kinds of ways. Sometimes they arise in the form of adversity. Sometimes they can appear in actually in a pleasant kind of guise.
따디디칸라 데닝 나란조 쳬람게 까블라이나 참살라 아니 다 남바야보 기보야보 요바나 나란조 착신세 오 딜라 야보주요나 나라 용나 사만다we 착신쇼네 디기 나란조 동아 깽에만데레 중그레스 갑갑라 양 소소 셈라 마도베 동엔다 만로바 중라데네 셈라 동안다 깽에 파르조던 데데 남바야 마모 중고요레스
So sometimes we encounter something very pleasant and desirable, and attachment arises, and we just need to have it, and we get lost in that desire, and this is a source of suffering for us. And sometimes suffering occurs in the form that is actually unpleasant, and this also causes our minds to suffer.
다 기보이나레 두보이나레 킹에 bakande 중원이나양 There's 차장 나란서 장주게 람돌 교토비아데 아란서 토목 많이 매게 되니 로종기 탑람지래 탑타오레스.
So whether our adverse circumstances are pleasant or not, whatever they are, we need a method to bring them to the path, and so there is a special method for this.
다니 탑 템비 갑라 사와나라 가르서 조르와 시든 탑기 초스네 숭거레 된 시와라 때네 킹엠바다 교라 제베네 탑 땡기요레스.
So the text here reads, 4 methods are the best practice. So it teaches us how to bring these things to the path.
테니 탑데 가르레서는 초삭바서는 소놈기 초삭바 초삭바기 조르와 생간들라 테니 소놈기 초삭바데 숭거레스. 지단기 나란서 민망체데 초사서는 나란서 기보 나란 추보차야 튼진 야보차와 내가 나신게 있는 야보차야 셈바상보 내는 하삼 되는 졸람 상볼 때니 되는 나란서 군조 추바 푸야당 되는 마 지르 방고 롱긴된들라 짐바 당야게 딘데진의 촉사기 짐바 사야게 앤 좋은 딘데다지레스.
So the first of the methods is to gather the accumulations, or to gather the accumulation of merit. And so for most people, this means giving away, giving to the Dharma, and giving in a charitable way as well.
테니 뒤균도 나란족이 소놈게 초사세데 갈라 테니 야 군조라 초바 마르켄둘라 닝굿 테니 데 나란족이 테니 가서 방골라 짐바탕와데 아니 소놈게 초 갸쳔보 시우직 사기오레스.
So to gather the accumulation of merit, the primary method is making offerings to the 3 jewels, and also giving in charity to the unfortunate, to the downtrodden.
이나양 아란족이 소놈기 초사베 갑라 되는 아란족 소놈 초사베 갑라 짐바 땅바이나레 아니 초바 푸이와이나레 Pena Jimba Tangdu Kala Kerangi Semla Hasamnang Kulung number Tabaji Injimiji Kogudus.
But in order to actually accumulate merit in making offerings and giving to charity, it's essential to have a proper motivation.
Sembaki Kulungdang Ani Yakoji Mebaina 아니 나랑도 짐바탐 가시기 짐바탐 가시기 짐바된데다나 나랑 민이 아버지 차그래 나랑 민이 떠라 차그래 나랑 민이 아버지 차그래 딘득이 짐바탐 바이나 아니 디 짐바데 제망문이 긴규요 말레스.
So if we give, for example, without a good motivation, we thinking that, well, this will give me a good reputation, this will cause people to praise me. If we approach it with intentions like that, then this is not really meritorious.
되니 따치단기 되니 나란저 벽이 낭마 상기기 최냠는 챙긴든 줄라 상한나라 견주통도 간라 돈전도 상마라 추대 배망보 표기레스 추 water.
Oh, really?
추망보지 표기레스 디인도 잠발라 따치던 문에 제나 치야라이나 추라야 배셔태고거든 보여라이나 추 피리를 간절래래 추라 메달라 피리태고거든.
So generally in the Tibetan tradition, the offering, the primary offering that's made is water. in the West, water is something that you have to pay for, but in Tibet, water is free.
가르치는 표라 되니 디 당으로 추는데 표야게 록소데 차바레나 조제 빨래 아디샤 표라 레베 갑라 되니 표게 추데 페 장마 야보 요네 되니 추데 푸이나 페 소남게 초망보 사게레스 가르에서나 미망보 지기 직푸이나 이나 곤주 셈낭라 센나기 오 나와망보요 추푸이나 추피리레 수직이 센나왕을 쇼르요 말에 디제는 보여라 추 조제 빨래한테 이런 보여라 추 망보 표나 아니 센나왕도 쇼르 민도스 디제는 인데젠 표바레스
So we have this this custom of offering water to a shrine, and the way this came about was that when Lord Atisha went to Tibet, he discovered that the water there is extremely pure, and so he decided that this would be very meritorious to make into an offering. And he said that it would not, because it was free and pure, nobody could get kind of stuck in stinginess and would just be able to offer very freely and generously.
조데 나란주 짐바땅베 칼라 셈바데 센니 왕도 마셔와네 야보주 고고레스 페나 차샤바이나 상게 샤슈비 갑라 상게 니마진데 쳔데 람갈라데니 수뇽라 페레스 데니 푸 망보지 탈라나라 지만나라 세모자데요레스 엔디나니 푸직 되게 되니 그런 게 셈바페 야보지네 지마 포로강 상게 홍생나라 퓨송스 디퓨발라 때는 유코이 지마 포르자 이나 거기 굴론 넘버 더블 요발 때는 디푸데 저거 저게 양에 매게 깨와 된다 랑베기 상게가 남다나라 되는 제야요레스 조된 가라도 셈다 그런 장만들이 고레스 푸 제마 망보 제마라 세모자다 제마 풀네 라 딜라테네 고 셈바짱마야 고 센나마쇼테네 코노 쳬기야 냥에메게 깨와 제마데 쳬기야 냥에메 깨와랑스
So when giving, the most important thing is our motivation. There's a story told from the time of the Buddha when the Buddha was out on his alms rounds begging for food, and there were some children playing along the side of the road in the sand, and one child came up to the Buddha and offered a handful of sand into his begging bowl. This was done with a very pure motivation and a very good mind, trying to offer to the Buddha. And as a result of this, he had a positive rebirth and further development of his Dharma path.
Teni di jela tangarancho tikpashavi jorwa sangande res. Tikpashagi jorwa sangande karesana tangarancho ki kasheki teni ta mizedila tsek toyola teni ngarancho tikpa ta mandalenge mamambochi sayo ba. Kasheki kewangye mala tikpa sayo ba. Tinzu ene tikpa de ngarancho karancho tikpate ngaranzo shago kudus.
So the second of the four methods is confession of wrongdoing, and so we have all accumulated a great deal of wrongdoing, both in this life and in previous lives, and so we need to cut it off. We need to lay it down.
Teni ngaranzuki tsendela ta tikpa cheye na ngema ngaki tikpa dele che cheba yi. Ani ngaki tiki tikpa 아니 다 ngaran zoge tipa de ngaran zoge de mila tipa sene mi ta mandar lega cheba nansing diga nansing yang mila nösem naksem ta mandar kari cheba yoba ina de ngaran zoge lu nga yi sumne en tipa de shago budus en tipa imbaya 저런 게 하고 budus.
And so we need to recognize what the wrongdoings that we have done with our body, speech, and mind, whatever they are. We have hurt others in various ways and done harmful actions. We need to recognize this.
아니 티바 된주기 되니 냠마게 제샤오 티바 된주기 되니 냠마 제샤고 티바 된줄라 샥바체고도 아니 셈라 요바체고도 아니 친지에 되는 가 티바 된데 책임에서는 저런 게 셈라 담자 제바이나 아니 소소다 기행엠바 파르체는도 참마 아니 가나도 세조요레스.
So we recognize what we have done, and we decide that we will give it up. We confess it. We change our minds, our attitude, and we resolve not to do it again. So all our negative actions and words are cleared away in this process of recognizing and changing and regretting and resolving.
지당기 딕바 생각데 윤된 매 말레스 이나 딕바데 샤과이나 안디 윤데레스.
Generally, it's said that wrongdoing has no good qualities at all, but we can confess it, and that is a good quality.
데니 디젤라 숨바다 느진라 torma chimba chor바스네 송구요레스.
So the third is offering torma to wrongdoers or harmdoers.
데니 딱창가란주 참마 그 남반 바저리야나 냠는 책임 자대 잠발라더니 불비 공부하고도나 가와임바이나 tor마스네더니 망부지켜란 제유레스. torma스간데 지단기 가란주 빼다오지레스. 지단 tor마스간데 tor세나가레스나 뇽몽바 토리아드 tor마스 돈다 데르다오지레스.
So in Vajrayana practice, many of you have probably seen tormas, which are sort of offering sculpted little cakes on a shrine and used in practice. This is really just symbolic, and the meaning of torma is that this is something that we use to, the meaning is to scatter, and so the purpose is to scatter or destroy our afflictions.
데니 torma 세디 잠발라 torma 할라푸야 이담라푸야 torma 요레 마양 케크당 덴데 너친라 덴데 마 torma 덴 타야 torma라야 다반다 망보 요레스.
So there are tormas used for different purposes. They are offered to deities, and they are also given to appease obstructive spirits as well.
더 torma 세디 잠바 이담기 torma데 카레스나 ngaranzo 이담 답변나 차샤바이나 ngaranzo 이담라오이나 주준 트마 상기멘라 다 체사네시나 dorje phangmo chagra sambawa ngaranzo kakyu ki gyudu chusungbe yidam dhamanda mangbo yores tenzu ki yidam ki torma shangne yidam ki nambala gomne teni ngaranzo yidam nyamnen chebala teni ngaranzo ngutup tobu yores.
So there are tormas for all of the different deities that we practice. For example, Tara or Medicine Buddha, Vajrayogini, Chakrasamvara, all the different deity practices that we do in the Kagyu tradition. And so the tormas of these deities are something that we meditate on as an aspect of the deity itself. And through this, we can gain attainment.
Teni torma kashi, teni kek tang lenja torma sen, torma chilo lo mangboji, nanju toba togi togi, chilo torma mangboji, chilo lo yugo res. Di torma de kari res, na ngaranzo kiawange ni lenchak, pulun, kiawange mangi ngaranzo ki lencha pulun, mangboji kunzo kek tang lencha ki teni torma mangboji yo res. An dinju la ngaranzo lencha se tuigala, kunzu ta pe kek tang dine la ngaranzo torma de piwa inbayi na kunzu ina dine paru tela tarba ta tamche kimbi kumbala matobne paru la lakdo yores. Ngaranzo ki torma chimba tangba la tene hin koranzo pura di kewa chimba la jodo yores. Ngaranzo kewa ngamagi lenja inbayi na hin lenja de kunzu la nganzu ki kewa lenja nganzu la di kek lenja nganzu la yuena 거기 나라는 파르체당 담아는 망보지 제기거래서 뒤돌만 풀어갈 때는 나라도 파르체 셀 케이크셀 망보지 팬도도스.
And other tormas are offered to obstructing spirits and karmic creditors. And so these in practices are taken outside. And the reason for this is that from our previous lifetimes, we have karmic creditors, those who we have caused harm to in the past, who now we owe a karmic debt to because of the harm we did, and they can create obstacles for us in this lifetime. And so we offer them torma to appease them, to clear away our obstacles so that our path to Buddhahood is not obstructed by them.
Tibetan Buddhism or Tibetan traditional, even my village in Tibet passed. And that time, no hospital, no, we have Tibetan doctor, but not much facility of the year's hospital. If you had you illness, some not very well, sleep not very well, then go to see the own teacher, Lama, they go to ask something for why, then they will be check something mulagarar.
The divination.
Divination. Then Rinpoche going to, oh, you do this puja, this do puja, this gonna do puja like that. Sometimes people, everything is going well. Sometimes a lot of obstacle and not see very well. A lot of thinking problem. Because of the kind of express, right? The purchasing spirit.
Obstructing spirits.
Express many people. But we cannot see them, they see us. But some people express very scared. Don't worry, they also scare us. They also seem like us, powerful person, low, many levels of the express. Because why do express disturbing us? Because we are past lives. We have to back to them something. We didn't back to them, then all the time bother us. That's why, for example, we are in all the Tangu monastery, all the monastery. After Mahakala Puja, we every day smoke offering. Then we smoke offering. They only can smell. They smell. We pray for changes, our local prayer. They also listen. They also then liberate because they have long time waiting everywhere. The district spread these things. Even people, some people, your health issue, go to doctor, hospital, operation, doctor's treatment. Most people recover, but sometimes no recover. Why? This is your karma's illness. Karma's illness only purify, only practice. For smoke offering, medicine Buddhas purify, Vajra purify. This kind of you have to pray up in the church practice. They're really useful to be. Benefit, helpful and benefit. Long time ago in our monastery in Vancouver, and one day I stay in my room. Usually people come to see me, and our office arrange my time. I go there, talk to them, and see them like that. One day I suddenly want to go down, and stand. I met someone see downstairs, but this guy and actually not Buddhist. Even this is Muslim religion. One day come to the monastery, I met, he really liked to talk to me. Even I didn't ask him what his religion. Then he talked to me, doctor give him 1 year because he has cancer. Then he really said, no hope, he lose everything. Then just what my suggestion, what I have my advice, then but he listened to me. Then I almost 9 months every week came to medicine Buddha practice. I teach him medicine, give him medicine Buddha initiation, transmission. Then I teach him the medicine Buddha's sadhana, how to pray, how to visualize, Amithaya's purify. I teach him. Then he also now no chance. He really focus, Usually people good things and not much focus. He's really focusing. Even I teach him, then I ask, visualize, all the memorize. He's very well. Then he practiced 1 year, then 2 years later, then he one day or 2 years later, whole bunch of the family came to all the Muslim back to monastery. His all the doctors, cancer, everything gone. This is a very 100% trust and belief, and really blessed, keep us blessed. This kind of we have blessed things. After no more cancer, they're really helping us. These things and many things. That's why we monastery every day, all the monk praying, even might be everybody say our Rinpoche. When he came here, go to Bengua, never even he give us initiation, beginning of the one torma, obstacle torma, right? He take to outside, really benefit this kind of the kid, this thing of smoke, something like that. This means tormas, how to, we example then. Even our Buddhism, maybe probably some of you know, some of them doesn't know. Where any family members live, friends live, they live until 49 days, live with us. Some of the reborn 1 week, some of the 2 weeks, some of the 3 weeks. And between there, he knew nobody, just like spirit. They come to see us, even they talk to me. We don't know, no answer, a lot of suffering. They are difficult to get the food and so much to be. Consciousness are flying where you want, they're already in there. Inside the 49 day, you have to, then some biscuit, some kind of suit like somebody.
A burnt offering, burnt food offering.
This thing you burn the fire until 49 they burn, they smell, you pray for charity, they really benefit. And they also understand these things. Very important for the Dharma offering, some this fire puja, this really benefit for the express. This is the lenja sangandala, that digi pay missing Naranjo lenja polondel and the Jew pena, pay missing on the Kyopuyores, Kyopires, Kyops and Angela Potechres.
Lasso. So making offerings like this to karmic creditors and obstructors really protects us.
Teni ta dina la khandro la chokyong la torbul chorwa sengande den tananga robsa ma shusa ba yins ta ngaran chu dina la ta khandro chokyong torbul sheba se kapsula namba sangye chi wang do chena sangye chu kendun kunjor jumba che namba sumres ina sanga to che ki tomong wang do chena ngaran da chawa sum tangbo de res 당보 데라 나라서 질랍게 자와 라마레스 지당기 나라서 나라서라 겸로당 솔뎁티 되나 상기 좀 된데레스 상기 좀 된데네 남바 상기 좀 된데 탐지기 중네데레스.
So the fourth of the four practices is offering tormas to dakinis and dharmapalas. So I already said a little bit about this already. In the Buddha Dharma, we take refuge in the three jewels of Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. And in the Vajrayana, we also have the three roots. And so the first of these is the Lama, the root of blessings. So in terms of the general refuge, the refuge is to the Buddha, and in the Vajrayana, the refuge is the root of blessings, the Lama.
땅어란쪽이 되니 상하 도제득 비춰라 땅어란쪽 믹스기 자와숨상한테 배 자첨부지그래 담보데 라마 이담 최경수 숨 자와 숨지그래 임바이나양 어란쪽 라마데 자첨부 간시 지그래서나 되니 지단계 어란쪽이 땅어란쪽이 상기게 라주 어란쪽 자빌라마데 라마데 자첨부 지그래 가르에서나 나란족이 상계대 로니동 납작이 니엘라 페레스 이나양 나란족 추니야 상계제 고갑대 라마송스 임바이나 다 나란족 상계대 라스데기 나란족 잡체 통고를 붙인다고 했나 시엔제 숭토데 수가르나 나 상계라 같은 침보데 나란족 라마데 통고를 붙이 콘페 같은 침보 나란족 디레스.
So in the Vajrayana, we have these three roots of the Lama, the Yidam, and the Dharma protector. And these three roots are extremely precious. The reason the Lama is considered precious, actually even more precious than the Buddha, is that the Buddha lived 2,500 years ago. And so we have this great separation from him in terms of time, and we did not have the chance to encounter him directly. But through our Lama, through Khenchen Trangpa Rinpoche, we were able to meet him and to hear the Dharma from him, the Buddha's Dharma. And so in this way, he is actually more precious to us than the Buddha himself.
Teni yidamde ta ngara lama de debada magujine chilapte ngara juguores. 다 이담들라 다 나란서 이담세 되거나 가큐저는 쪼대네 나란서 도제 방문당 나란서 마르바게 이담사 규도 축숨여래서 이나 쪼대다 나란서 도제 방문도 쪼 공고게 되어서 도제 방문다 이담 라 대바체발라 때네 나란서 무죽대 나란서 만난 거요래서
So the Lama is the root of blessings. We get the great blessing from the Lama. And then the second of the three roots is the Yiram deity. And in the Kagyu lineage, the principal Yiram deity is Vajra Yogini. There are also the deity yogas of Marpa and others. So we have great faith in the deity, and through practicing this, we can attain accomplishment. So the Yiram is, the deity is the root of attainment or accomplishment.
되니 다 나란저 되니 라마이다 칸로 최종대 되니 나란저 가교발 조 되니 나란저 마칼라레 차시와요레스 되니 최종서데 숭마서데 갈라 숭마다 되니 담마나 망보요레스 이나 나란저기 가교기 숭마랑 뭐 벤나 생한데 이니 사주 톱사적의 장주 삼만데레레스 나란저 최제와이나 자와 가리제와이나 나란저기 틸레데 수인난 거라서나 되니 최종 마칼라게 하는 나란저 최제와이나 파르체 드라마나 망보요레스 콩나 캡순 로알라 되니 나란저 파르체 참망 나란저 실기요레스
And the third of the three roots is the Dharma protectors. And so there are many different Dharma protectors in the Karmakagyu lineage. The principal one is the forearm Mahakala. There's also Bernak Chen and
마칼라데 사추와 톱자레스 장주 삼바레
So Mahakala is actually a bodhisattva on the 10th bodhisattva level. And so whatever dharma we do, Mahakala has, through his activity, eliminates obstacles. And so we take refuge in him.
되니 디젤라 다니발라 툰잠게 갑솔라 냠렌 치주 송고요레스 되니 이나양 아랑소 곰 냠렌 체베 갑라 ngoma maimba satu sambada nidu sambalan rudu cholam ke kapdala teni ngaranzo tunjam kapso ki ngemba parche chedar nyamnen chogu korla sunguyor dite shegores zawala tal gangtu de komdu charsen tal gangla to yang komdu charsen sunguyores.
So the next section concerns practice in post-meditation. And the text is, whatever you suddenly encounter, join it with meditation. So this includes all the activities that we do when we practice and after practice. So when we're eating, walking around, or whatever it is we're doing.
Teni ngaranzo ta nyamlen chebashki wangdo che na ngaranzo korwi nangla de zambala teni korwa de ngaranzo pango wi tawujire samna teni miki ki ngemba kande chuna yang shenla pensendang 장조 삼야보 저 공고 요래서 뒤 균도라 디가레스나 다 천천히 뽕와 속에 된도라 ngaranzo 삼고레스.
So in terms of our practice, here in terms of our practice, we need to give up, we need to be free from samsara. And so whatever bad conditions occur, if we can generate an altruistic attitude and bodhicitta, and give up our self-cherishing, then this will help us to bring everything to the path.
Teni ngaranzo tal kangdu tuja komdu charla di sambala teni tuikundu teni ngaranzo kawatrona yang teni ngaranzo parcheke nambadan dramana mangbo yungres tunzu chadang la ngaranzo semlo nga nyamlen chengeji nga lochong nyamlen chengeji sambala tawla teni semchem sugi ne keba yina sosoki 다 전진데 빵네 신 쉐버 준비기 된대지는 인지 미주 뒤신도 텐셔 봐야 된 거래스.
So whatever you suddenly encounter, join it with meditation. So when we do all kinds of things constantly, we experienced obstacles of various kinds. And when this happens, we need to remember our practice. We need to be practicing and turn to Lojong and think that whatever happens, if somebody hurts me, I'm going to give up my self-cherishing and increase my cherishing of others. And so we need to rely on our mindfulness and awareness in order to be able to do this.
Teni shiwadela tsechigi nyamlentine tembaga tsendela teni tsendigi chawa kande chegi. Ani shigar chidar chaos kande chegi sambe shiwade tengyores. Ta di nangla nyamne tsechigi nyamne nangla tsawi nangla karisungores menga nyingbo dordu bas top nga dan charbar chas tekwa chumbi pobi tamani tonganyi cholamche sene sungyores.
So the fourth of the 7 points of mind training is condensed practice instructions for life and death. And the text reads, practice the 5 strengths, the condensed pith instructions. And the Mahayana instruction for transference is the 5 strengths. Conduct is important.
Teni ta ngaranzuki teni tangbo ka tenjo yinu choki nyingduki menga imbar chewa chobanis tsawa nangla kariso menga nyingbo dortu baas tangbo ki tsawa che menga nyingbo dortu baas sungu yores.
So in terms of the first point is what to do during this life, and the text begins the condensed pith instructions, or the condensed pith instructions.
Teni ta di nani ki tumba sangye chumden degi teni ta ngaranzu sangye ki sung mangbo sung yores. Ta sangye ki sung lan doyu konea sung yore, nga ki konea mangbo sung yores. Ta denzu tsangma mangbo chi konea sung yores.
So the teachings of the Buddha comprise a great deal. They are generally divided into the sutras and the tantras, which are both vast.
Teni doyu konea sung bayi nan dote dulwa shechin la sopen dote nga teni ta shungchen nga teni mangbo sung yores.
The sutras are divided into 5 sections, such as the Abhidharma and the Prajnaparamita.
Ani nga ki kola sung bayi na cha kyu, chu kyu, najor lana meba kyu te kola ya mangbo sung yores.
And the tantras are also divided into four: the Kriya Tantra, Charya Tantra, Yoga Tantra, and Anuttara Yoga Tantra.
이나야 갸갈라다 동아 니기 최는도 참아 아니 벽이 로자와 전문데 도지 카텐라 때네 도지 차다 아니 갸가사스리 팔레케네 아니 벽이 나라 그 중가바 차다 아니 수 줄요레스 니 줄바달라 카레라 그래서나 나라서 간줄스네 간줄표 갸요레스.
So all of these texts came from India to Tibet, and they were translated by Tibetans. And so these volumes are known as the translated teachings, and the name in Tibetan is the Kangyur. So this is the collection of the Buddha's teachings in 100 volumes.
다 디나니 데니 다 간줄기 나니 데니 다 치술라 베 데니 단단 가란주 냠렌 제게 맹아 망보지 도도 차상 가원이 중거래서 도도 차상 라오지 아니 가란주 간줄 나니 중도 바레스 간줄기 나니 간줄
So the instructions for practice all various kinds are contained within the Kangyur.
데니 딘딘데서 맹아 참아 주 뒤용데 참아 땅가란주 로종 딘딘 마게 딘주기 냠낸 제바이는 주 참아 간줄기 마네 주 뒤용 용데 냠낸 샤다도 제들 차고레스 간줄기 낭니마 달로 정도는 냠낸 딘저 상기기 송 당보다 간줄니 마라 용베 샤다 땡거레스.
So the instructions of the 7 points of mind training are included in this.
데니다 간줄기 나라다 다기 또nga 데도 차다 나라도 냠낸 제도 그래서나 나라도 제도 말에 배 갸첨보 띵사보 두주 망보 배 망보 갸첨보 망보 요레스.
So we are not able to practice all of the sutras and tantras that are contained in the Kangyur. They are too numerous, too vast, and too profound.
데니 나란주기 데니 미 망보치 다 냠낸 쟁은 된주 임바이나 베나 차샤바이나 오 냠낸 ngan디 냠낸 레와치고 ngan디 강라치고 nga shung di tayo nga ni de chimpo shung chimpo changyang samlo tangido mar midizo samba o nga de nyamlen chegoyo pena cha nga shung chimpo de tagoyo nga nyamlen de chimpo tagido samlo de tangido.
So people often think, oh, I do this practice at this level, and I study this text at this high level.
Yeah. Some of the people, oh, I am Paramita study, I have Vajra practice, so many title, big title, everybody saying like that. Inayang, tini ta ngaranjugi, menga nyamlen cha chenpo doktu de karirasana, tani tanda ngara lochon dun magi nala tape tu tap tewo tete lochon dun magi tanda tina top nga san majo top nga na top re ne pe pen topo ke chenpo chenlap chenpo ma shiki sungyo res.
But the concise, condensed pith instruction is right here in the 7 points of mind training. These 5 practices, they are extremely helpful, simple to do, and useful, and contain great blessing.
Tende chambala tene ta ngaranjugi mize nangla tene chechigi nangla ningbo de nyamlen chebe kabla ane ngaranjula chechigi nyamlen ge topnga de pe misege ngaranju menga cha chenpo chenlap chenpo jires.
So these 5 practices are really the essence of practice in this life with enormous benefit and blessing, very precious.
Teni di indu zambala, teni nyamlin tsa chenpa chenla chenpa di ngay na tsawa ngan, tsawi nangla kariso na top nga tang charwa cha se sungyo res.
And so it says of these five in the text, the practice the five strengths,
Power nga ro.
powers or strengths.
Yeah. Teni top nga ki kongsu duina nyamlin nanggo res. Top nga ki dene kerangi nyamlin de pe yawan nanggo gore sungyo res.
So if you can actually contain your practice within these five, your practice will be very strong.
Teni top nga ki nane tangbo te pembi top res.
So the first of the five is the power of determination.
Teni top nga te tangbo kareresa tangbo ngarangi sembi kulong semba tang kulong de yabo chi kogidus.
So the first, for the first, we need to have a very good motivation.
Teni ta kulong yabo yobala teni ngaranzo la pembi top ki kyamro tang semje de yabo chi kogidus.
So with a good motivation, we need to go for refuge and rouse bodhicitta.
Ngaranzo tui gyundu teni mendo chik chobala puinare, puyo kangjik puyo bayinare, teni kyamro tang semje de pe misi ngaranzo ki teni pe kechembores.
So always, even if we're offering just a single flower or a single stick of incense, doing so with a refuge and a bodhicitta motivation is very important.
아니 뒤뒤갑라 때는 ngarangi 마음발라 펜비 슉첨보 전에 ngaran라 펜바게 슉첨보 저 툭셈 시고 그래. 디칼로 툭셈데 가리시고 그래서 nga랑 추냠는 제월 때네 마음발 nga랑 상기기 공방 톱도와 자기 선에 펜비 톱데 야고 저 상기 공방 톱도와 자기 삼반데 전에 삼반당 거거든.
So we need to have the attitude that in the future I will be able to be supremely helpful, and that through this practice I will attain the state of Buddhahood. This is the way we need to be thinking.
Tening ngarang chikpo sangye goma tomnen digmendos. Roaretu semjen tam jela pembi shukchambo tangne. Roaretu semjen tam je ngarang chala inji minji teni kyamro semye nane teni sangye goma toptawa chagi insane semye pe yakbochi kigodos.
And we should think that it is not just for me, not just for myself that I'll attain Buddhahood, but for all sentient beings of the six realms. In order to be supremely helpful to them, I must attain Buddhahood through this refuge and bodhicitta. And so in this way we generate a powerful, strong bodhicitta.
And dindu zambala teni ngaranzo kyamru tombashuna re, chanju semgi tombashuna re, e kenyengi tombashuna re, teni diga nashengi teni ngaranzo ngonroki nyamnen chegiyona re, teni karigi chu nyamnen chenayang teni ngaranzo inji minji teni pembigi topde pe misi kechenbuchires.
So whether we are taking the refuge vow, the bodhisattva vow, the Genyan vows of the lay precepts, or doing Ngundro practice, whatever dharma we are doing, we need to have this power of determination.
Teni ngaranzo tuyuchundu ya langwi kapina re, shoke kumuma nyewi kapsuyina re, shoke yang ya langwi kapla ina re, ngaranzo pembi ki shuk pe ngaranzo semba sangbo yabo che tering chuzo chikina ra, chuzo nyi ina ra, nima chikina pe kalwa sangbo samne ngarangi pe changju semgi semlo tangne and pembi topde yabo che tengo gudus.
So always, every day, in the morning, in the evening, we need to think of this positive motivation. We need to think that we're extremely fortunate and think of our bodhicitta.
Teni ngaki koni kewasa nare, yiki koni triwasa nare, luigi koni kewasa na lunga isam kewakari sabade, teni nga tuikyundu ngune ngarangi teni tikpa tenzo pang, kewa tenzo chene, ane kunzop tang tuandamgi changju semde, yakbo chinga pembigi, pembagi semba chakbo shu tamne, kyarangi tende chene kongo kudus.
So we can accumulate merit. We accumulate merit with our actions of body, speech, and mind, and we resolve to give up wrongdoing and develop ultimate and relative bodhicitta.
Okay, power, one is finished. Now second we're going to teach after lunch, afternoon. Now almost time. Before we leave, everybody some boring sleeping. I wake up for you. I'm going to tell this is real, not kind of the joke, but this is a real story. Okay? I was in 3 years retreat in the Nama Buddha. And yesterday, Chezi showed me Nama Buddha's picture. This is 1989.
98.
98 something. That time yesterday I see Nama Buddha, nothing there, all the empty place. That right now, lot of building, lot of going on. That I was Rinpoche's first 3 years as a Nama Buddha. I am in the groups persons retreat. We have 8 people. Probably one is Khenpo Jingme. All the time laughing, joke me, One of the Khenpo Jingme with us. And, everybody knows in that time, Nama Buddha, nobody coming there, very secret place. We are 8 people, our retreat master, totally we are 9 people in retreat there. Then every month, turn by turn, same like a gong, 3 a.m. we wake up, we have to do gong. Then every month change, 8 people, then next to we have shine, attend. Every day 3 a.m. we wake up. Then one day, that time we was in the Vajra Yogini's practice. Maybe retreat time not allowed to cut hair, beard is long. Even Vajra Yogini's retreat 7 months, no allowed to talk to each other, retreat people. Even with all the communication for writing. No silent, everybody. Then my turn, one day, 1 month, my turn, I wake up every day because I have to do 3 a.m. in the gong. Then every day I wake up 2:45. Before the 15 minutes, I wake up. Then in retreat, no bed. Only kind of this bed. You 4 years sleep like that. Then just like that, you in Porter and sleep like that. Then I wake up, then I have small my shine, and I offering the butter lime. This every day we make the candle, small. You make Dungse la karlar. Wick make very small. 3 a.m. we offering, then 9 p.m. they finish one day. Then small. We make on site. We make this one. Even all the butter we make put like that, pour like that. Then I light this butter lime. Offering even this light is very small. Then we have the power. but turn off. I'm trying to, then I finish, I try to again, before that I rest like that. Then this offering was very dark. Then I have in my room is on the door here. Usually we are not lock the door. We have one door outside some the zaliki kola garasa. Zalis and the cha yang tong lama tong la chigo.
Oh,
I got
the
red
yeah, so there's a curtain outside.
curtain like that. Then I little bit rest like that. Then later, someone there slowly opened my door like that. In the door cover open like that. What is my thinking? Because past Namabuddha, this mountain has many people say they have so many spirits, ghosts, many people there. I heard many story. Even we have one very nice one dog. He's sometimes suddenly barking. You know, some dog no spirits. They especially eyes. Suddenly by bark. I heard like that. I slowly look like that, and big hair, tall guy, come to them. Then I thought, oh, real ghost come to my room. You know, then I just jumped to here to go outside. I was just like allowed like that. Then this guy come to inside and give me hug. Then after that, all my retreat friends came to my room because this is not ghost. This is Khenpo Rinpoche's brother. Because why? I was supposed to 3 a.m. gone. 5 minutes later, I already feel sleep, you know. Because not allowed to talk. Khenpo Rinpoche's brother, that time, 65 years old. He come to me, Lama Sonam, come to me, please go, then come to me. But cannot talk, he slowly come to me. I started to jump like, he also is scared, you know. Jump to me, this kind of the joke. And yeah, Khenpo Rinpoche's brother is so whole life. He retreated in Namabuddha. He escaped from with the Rinpoche. He come to 1 to 2 times come to KTT with Rinpoche. After he whole life retreat, and this year, few months before, he was 95 years old. He passed away. Then he is just meditation, just talking.
He remained in the meditation state after he
Meditation
passed away.
and he just passed. He's very kind, and yeah, he's a wonderful person. I remember him. Then I told about him. This is my joke. Okay. Okay. Then listener and teaching dedication for all sentient beings. We will next section. We're going to pray for our Rinpoche's sweet returns. Everybody have this.
Yes.
Okay. We Tibetan, English both. Okay. Sonamdi damje sikwa ni domna ni ve dana bamje ne jega na je bala druva sebe chole druva druva. Thank you for joining Zoom. People also touch the leg.